Hello guys, we are back with our next lecture. In this lecture, let us go through the next question. Okay, so this question belongs to GATE CSC 2005. The given question is consider the following expression grammar. Okay, so they gave some grammar here, and they are saying the semantic rules for expressions calculated are stated next to each grammar. Okay, so they gave those rules or thing, right? Yes, and they are saying the above grammar and the syntactic rules are fed to yak tool, that they are saying, which is nothing but which is an LL1, sorry, LALR parser. Okay, for parsing and evaluating the arithmetic expression. So which one of the following is true about the yak of the given grammar? Okay, so what exactly is happening here, guys? So e can be number, okay, and e is equals to e1 or e plus e. Okay, so we are doing addition, here we are doing multiplication. Okay, so I understood some logic here. So now option A. So option A says that it detects a recursion and eliminates recursion. Okay, so option B says it detects a reduce a conflict and resolves. Okay, option C says it detects a shift reduce a conflict and resolves the conflict in favor of a shift over the reduce action. And option D says it detects the shift reduce a conflict and resolves the conflict in favor of a reduce over a shift action, right? Yes, so these are the four options which they are saying, right? Yes. Okay, so if you observe the grammar, we can clearly say that there is a high chance that there could be shift reduce conflict here, right? Yes. Okay, so if you want me to solve, I can solve it. Okay, so let us solve in an efficient way so that we save our time. So from E we are having, so let us write E dash implies E implies E plus E implies E into E. So basically, I think we can avoid this, right? Because that will be done automatically. And there will be no issue for it, right? Yes. So when it comes here, so first I will take E as my input. So now E dash implies E dot. So this will be done. So now moving on, E implies E dot plus E. And similarly, E implies E dot star E. So now plus means I will go up dot E. So now because of this E, all of these entries will come. So when this particular entry will come, so E implies E plus E and E implies E into E. Okay, so now if I pass E, what will happen, guys? So one of them is going to complete and the other is still in its middle state, right? So this is completely done and this is still going on. So what is it, guys? It is nothing but a shift reduce parser, shift reduce issue, right? Yes. So to be clear, remember this particular thing, guys. Whenever you are using yak tool, okay, yak tool gives more preference to shift operation than reduce operation. Got it? Yes, please remember it. Okay. Yes. So now let us read the options. So it detects a recursion. No, that's really bad. And resolves it. So how it is going to resolve? So that is the main thing, right? Yes. Okay, so it detects a shift reduce conflict and resolves the conflict in favor of shift. That's what I told you, right? Yes. So option C is correct. So this it is in reduce order. So that's wrong. So option C is the most appropriate correct answer. Got it? Yes. Okay. Yes. So now I hope everyone got a clear idea with respect to this, right? So this is an easy question, right? Yes. I think this is having some continuation part. Yeah. This is having a continuation part with respect to this, guys. They are asking, consider the following expression. Okay. So they are saying, assume the conflict in part A of this question are resolved. Okay, so they are saying that particular thing has been resolved. Okay, and an LALR1 parser is generated for parsing arithmetic expression 3 into 2 plus 1. Okay, so what precedence and associativity property does it generate? Okay, so basically the issue I observed here is, so if we are talking about associativity, what are we using our trick, guys? So I think we are using a single trick for this associativity thing, right? Yes. So what is that trick? So whether it is having left recursion or right recursion. So based on that, we are identifying it, right? But if you observe here, okay, so if you observe here we are having a left and right recursion, right? So both the recursions are there. So now it's a bit confusing, right? Yes. And they are asking about precedence or what? Let us check. So option A says equal precedence and left associativity expressions is evaluated to Z. Okay. Okay. So that's really good, right? So here they are saying if we apply left associativity, we get 7. If we apply right associativity, we get 9. Okay. Yes. So let us think and let us try both the methods, guys. Okay. Yes. And to be clear here, plus and into are at the same level, right? So from E, if I want, I can generate into first, then I can generate a plus, And if I want in the reverse way, first I can generate a plus and then I can generate a into. Right? Yes. So indirectly based on my requirement I can do, right? Yes. So that is the reason why this thing is okay. So that is the main reason why this thing is really easy, right? So basically both of them are at the same precedence. So this option C and D are talking about different precedence. So I'm sure that they are of same precedence. So now the only thing is whether they are left associative or right associative. Based on that the values might change, right? Yes. Okay. So if we are talking about left associativity, means first these two things will be calculated. So that is a 6 and the result will be 7. Okay. So when if we say it is right associative, first we will add this 2 and 3. We will get a 3. That is a 3 into 3. So now the result will be 9. Okay. So then both of them are correct, right? Okay. Or can we directly say which associativity is it? Can we say that really? Really can we say that? Okay, so let me concentrate, guys. Okay, so let us try to find about this plus, guys. So I will generate E plus E here. So then I will generate E plus E here, and I will generate E plus E here. So among these two E's, so which you solve, it depends completely on your wish, right? Okay, so just give me a second, guys. I'll be cross-checking the answer what it is given, and based on that I will check why it is. Okay, according to me both options are correct, guys, because if I am using left associative means I am solving from the left side, I am getting 7 as the result. If I am solving from the right side, I am getting 9 as the result. So both of them like evaluation wise they are correct, but I don't know, here we are having left recursion and both left and right recursion, so I think they will belong to both of them, right? Yes. Okay, so just give me a second, I'll be cross-checking it. Okay, and one more thing which I am having a doubt is here they told LLR, right? Yes. So whenever we are working with LLR, so it is nothing but reverse of rightmost, or it is nothing but right derivation, right? Okay, so if you are using right derivation, so at that time that is nothing but right associative. So that could be also the answer. So let me just cross check it and see the exact reason, and I'll let you know. Just give me a second. Okay, I have just checked the answer, guys. Our reason is correct. So basically they are saying this reason only because it is a LLR. So here we are going to use reverse of rightmost, or in simple words you can say it is indirectly rightmost derivation only, right? Yes. So that is the main reason why the right associativity will work and the right hand solving. So basically first you will solve these two, then this result with this, so that is nothing but 9, right? Yes. So B will be the most appropriate correct answer. Got it? Yes. So this is really a good question, right? Because I think every student can easily identify can eliminate C and D, but they will be confused in between A and B, right? Yes. Okay, so now I hope everyone got a clear idea with respect to this. So in the next lecture let us continue with the next question, right? Yes. So let us meet in the next lecture. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe for more awesome videos like this. Thank you.